Welcome to Royals at the Ranch for Thursday, February 23rd, 2023. Last week you met Solera, and I thought that I would mention she wasn't the only snake that wanted to come out that evening. While she was out, I did get a weight on her, and then I subsequently discovered I had a whole bunch of other Royals that decided that for some reason they just wanted to start coming out. Well, this is Mew RA and Sarek and Fennec way up there above Mew RA, and then I've got Feather down below Sarek, and all of them were awake and at their doors and seemingly wanted to come out suddenly. So I opened doors and I waited to see who actually wanted to come out and who was just interested in looking out the door or having their door open for some other reason other than to come all the way out. So this is Fennec, and she just hung out at her door. She did not actually decide to come all the way out. She just came to her door and she looked around the room and she hung out there for a few minutes and then she went back inside. That wasn't the case, however, with Mew RA or Sarek or Feather or later on a Moon. This is Sarek. He's coming on out. And you should recognize him because I've had him quite a while and he's one of my favorite snakes. I absolutely love his dark, beautiful colors with that contrasting gold. He is a blackhead leopard black pastel. And here he is on an activity station that he is no stranger to. He has been coming out and exploring outside of his habitat since he arrived, basically, within just a few days or a week or so when he arrived. And he arrived very young. He arrived at 3.5 weeks old. He's the youngest Royal that I've ever added. So I took the opportunity to get a weight on him while he was out. I also took the opportunity to get a weight on Feather. She's a little bit less heavy than Sarek is. And she is a blackhead leopard cinnamon. So they're very similar colors. They spent some time in the activity tent together and separately. And then Mew RA also came out. The first part of his name is Mew, the Greek letter Mew, but I couldn't get the special character to work on here. Anyway, Mew RA lately has decided he's very adventurous. I didn't have a station set up for him to shift out onto. And sometimes he climbs around the enclosure ledge there. But I thought I would help him out a little bit tonight, and I would go ahead and move him to a place where he could exercise. And since I didn't have an activity station set up quite yet, I put him on this daybed with my Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan blanket. And he crawled around on there for just a few minutes and checked out my cell phone, and I'm not really sure how much he enjoyed this because the blanket is sort of a smooth surface and I think it's harder for them to move around on. It's flat. There was nothing interesting for him to climb up or down on. So when I was ready, I moved him to that activity station that I had the other snakes on. He climbed around that for a while. I, of course, got a weight on him while he was out. He's a little bit chunkier than the others. I think he's right around 500 grams. And he's a banana inchy something or other that I'd have to look up because I don't really pay attention to morphs. So while I'm narrating this and you're watching him go back into his enclosure, and he's actually in no hurry to go back into his enclosure, he is a banana pinstripe inchy, 100% heterozygous for clown. I do not like clown, so I'm glad he's not a visual clown. I love pinstripe. I guess I'm neutral about inchy, and I'm sort of neutral about banana. I like the yellow, but I don't like the bananas with tons and tons of spots. That's just me. But you guys know that I do not get snakes based on their looks alone. I get snakes based on a lot of other factors, mostly their temperament, personality, and behavior. So Mew RA, after he had some exercise time out, I put him back in his enclosure. He wasn't really in a hurry to go back. And then after that, a Moon decided that he was going to come out. You guys should all know him. Now, he is a banana pastel piebald, and he is one of the first 2 Royals that I ever got, but he was the last one to come out on this particular evening and have some explore time.